This episode of Late Night with Ed Money is brought to you in part by Gubba Rum, where it's handcrafted artisanal rum in amazing flavors like vanilla and coconut in a striking hand-painted bottle. You can get this at your local spirit store or order direct from them. You just go to gubbarum.com or 617-964-6299. That's Gubba Rum, America's newest handcrafted rum. And Ziggy's Pub and Restaurant, located in downtown Amherst. And if you're local to them, dial for carryout at 440-985-FOOD. Or go to their website, which is ziggyspubandrestaurant.com. If it's a sporting event that you want to see, don't forget your sunglasses, because they have so many 4K TVs it'll burn your retinas. So go to Ziggy's Pub and Restaurant in downtown Amherst.
We hope you're enjoying your visit here this evening. Now, on with the show.
I'll make it go away. Oh, my bad. You got to start
Warning, what you're about to hear is an adult show. You'll hear anecdotal stories and humorous situations meant for adults. In essence, kids, don't listen or try this at home. Everything you're about to hear is done by drunk, trained professionals. Now enjoy the show.
Deep within the pit of despair, balls of Christ, dude.
Why, hello, my friends. You're listening to Late Night with Ed Money here on the website, which is edmoneylive.com, where two people have real conversation about life. You can reach us on a ton of sites. Just go past the semi. It's a blue one.
Sorry, we're doing this in the road.
That's right. Yeah. But you go to the main site, edmoneylive.com. Right-hand side is all the ways you can
car.
Game on.
Oh, yeah.
Game off. Go to the site. Right-hand side, all the things. Spotify, iHeart, go to Odyssey, you name it. Like, share, subscribe, tell two friends, a cat, and a dog, your cousin, your friend, your friend's cousin, anybody you can, our corpse, anything you can click, like, share, and subscribe.
Oh, is it voting time?
It's right. Always listen to myself and Money and who's here. Look at this. I'm going to show you audience members. If you go to the YouTube channel and BitChute at the Odyssey, nobody. You got nobody that's on that side. Wait. On that side of the table, there's nobody. But on this side, who's here? Myself, Ed Money. Right to my left is Byron.
Hey, what's up? How's everybody doing? Everybody all right?
Got nothing. He's trying to think. And he's down. I would normally say CPAP Chuck, but CPAP Chuck goes first and he's not here. Now his respirator is. And down at the end is Brengus, the bionic.
What's up, bitches?
But that's it. That's who you're stuck with, and that's
so it's going to be the best show.
Best show ever. But thank you for all the things you do, audience members. Again, like, share, subscribe, tell two friends. Thank you for all the things you're doing.
Like get your
the
COVID
numbers
shot.
Have been great. Thank you for just telling everybody. Follow us on all the appropriate sites.
Thank you, both listeners.
And
to our tens of listeners,
especially the
virgins,
the ones we're going to be the music. This is Tsunami featuring Jade Alice. At the end, Check it out. The song Never Be. You won't be disappointed. And there's more to come. Check out the videos. There's a lot more that I'm working on. And we're going to do a whole bunch of little skit videos. We're going to do a couple of things that you'll be able to on the YouTube, the Odyssey, and the BitChute. So thank you for all the things you do. Now, what I wanted to, there's a couple things real quick. What do you want to talk about the ones that you were talking about? And then, because you won't forget about it.
So I get a text from Ed a couple of days ago.
Bill.
I have some other drinks for you to try.
Oh yeah,
They taste like shit.
Wait, no, the audience, what you got to figure out?
That's exactly his text.
No, that's not true. Here, look again on this side of the table. Nobody here. Wait, there's
audience. Okay, I want to go out and hear it.
I got it.
Don't believe what Ed says.
This is important. I'll point it out to the audience. If what it is where I used to work. Sometimes we would get drinks in, and they would do these
Restore.
They would get these special drinks that would come in.
They sell alcohol at Goodwill?
Certain events, and then they'd say, "Hey, it didn't sell.
Yeah,
let's get it out of here."
Ed would say, "I would gladly take it.
Gladly take it. I'll get it at either a discount, whatever." And they'll say, "Just get it out of here." And so I try. And this here's an example. If you go to the thing right there is a sangria. I did buy that at Drug Mart though, and then right over here is a Svedka, and on this side is right next to Byron. Is I got this drink, which is horrible, and just try the Muscle Vodka if you get the chance. And
Muscle Vodka is pretty fucking cool.
Yes, it is.
We're supposedly going to get some more. I already talked to Grace. I'm going to get some more of that.
And that is delicious
then
rum also.
I'm going to be getting
whatchamacallit,
Gubba Rum supposed to send us more rum. So thank you. Yes, Steve Gubba for that. But what he's drinking is, I never tried this. Well, I tried the actual drink called a Moscow Mule.
Yeah.
Which is something in ginger beer, right?
It's vodka, ginger beer, and like muddled mint and lime or some shit like that.
See, I didn't like it because that ginger beer is not my thing. It's very, to me, it's one of those drinks that I don't care for.
Right.
And it's so
you bought a 6-pack of it.
Well, I didn't. I'm going to tell you the truth. I did not look at this when I was buying. When I was buying this over here for the audience, the Yagoo, I think it's Yagoo over there, or however you pronounce that. It's a sangria. Okay. I saw that at Drug Mart.
What fucking weird ass store did you find that?
Drug Mart. I found it at Drug Mart. So I saw that, and it was like, what does it say on the tag? $6 on the orange tag.
He got it for $2.
You overpaid.
So I got it. No, I like sangria. I like sangria. And that and a port. Rengus introduced me to port, so I like a port.
Oh, gotta love a good port.
Right.
Okay.
So, but they had that, and I didn't look. I will honestly tell you, I didn't look that it said Moscow Mule. I just saw the lime and the pear.
Yeah, no, it's apricot. Just so we're clear.
Is that apricot? It looks like a pear.
Do you like apricots?
Yeah.
No. The answer is no. So that's 2 strikes. You don't like Moscow mules, and you don't like apricots. So let's fucking get it anyway. Let's get it anyway.
I decided, well, no,
might be good.
I didn't look at the label.
I gotcha. Okay.
And so when I was at home, and I think this was on the last show. It was the last show we were doing because you were drinking something and I was drinking.
I had a couple of the beers from last week, and
which were horrible.
No. The 2 IPAs I had were good. That there was a lime or something beer that
Ed must not have bought them.
Well, I did. I got those, and in fact, I told him. I said, "This beer is absolutely horrendous.
Yeah.
Do you want to drink it?" And this is where people. Chucky said it's horrible that I do this.
Yeah.
But when there's something I don't like.
Yeah.
It's not
that pawning it off.
I save it for the company.
Yeah.
Because I say it's not that I don't. I just figure just because I don't like it, doesn't mean anybody else will. Right. So you may like it, and you may look at it and go, "Wow, it's so great!" Because Ed let me try something.
It's delicious.
It's fantastic. Yeah. Versus going, he gave me some pond scum. Some shit stuff.
I just got some swamp water in a can.
Well, you even tried the one and said it was horrible. You said it tastes like vomit.
Listen, I tried 2 of them. I drank 2 of the one that I enjoyed. The one that I tried that I didn't like, I didn't drink. It
was horrible. I dumped it right out.
Yeah, it was bad.
I dumped it right out. Well, this thing...
It could have been 2 or 3 years old.
Minimum.
In all fairness. So...
Yeah, but it's in a can, so it should be fine.
Oh, yeah, it'll be fine.
Right? Yeah. So I opened one of those. That's why there's only three left. There was 4. It came in a 4-pack. And I opened one, and it was just... horrible,
heinous.
They're not bad.
So I literally texted him and I said, "I've got this horrible drink.
I have this horrible drink. I can't wait for you to try it. I'm like, oh boy, I'm so excited.
He did. He said that too.
Yeah.
He
I'm
said
like, oh
that he was
boy.
excited. It's just like for the if you go for the audience, this where I'm pointing on the youth. This sangria is not bad. I like the sangria. I'm pointing to there on the video player.
Gotcha.
Now I'm pointing to you. Now you can see it to you over there. So I like now. The only thing is I've noticed the vodka stuff always gives me a headache. It could be because I drink too much of it, but does
regular vodka give you a headache?
I don't.
If you have a couple of those, I'm not.
Only if I mix it. I don't get a headache if I mix it, but I've noticed like when I mix it with Coke or some type of soda.
Well,
I get
you mix any drink with cocaine, and it's going to be rough.
With cocaine.
I'm just saying.
It does. It's smooth.
Right? Yeah.
Goes down like butter.
That's not a good hangover.
God, no. So I tried.
No.
So it's
you shouldn't mix colors.
I don't know. Is that what the truth?
No, I thought
that's a little racist, isn't it?
Thanks, audience.
I'm just kidding.
No, when we grew up, we were told you're not supposed to mix like Coke and clears and colors because that causes a hangover.
Vodka and Sprite.
I always thought
rum and Coke.
This is what makes no sense. I was told by my dad is
get out.
Get out.
Don't ever come back.
Get the hell out. No,
stay gone.
My dad always said, first of all, he did
You're not mine.
The adage.
You're adopted.
You're adopted. What is it? Liquor before beer, never fear. Beer before liquor, never sicker. Something like that. So which was fine.
That's all bullshit.
So
liquor in the front, poker in the rear.
Something like that. So I always did. So I always made sure if I started with liquor, that's what I start with. And I may end with a beer at the end of the night. But I did notice definitely that when I mix, I get headaches. But I also noticed if I have anything sweet, that's usually the bad side. But they tell you to mix like rum and Coke.
Yukon Jack would go to fucking sleep. You pass out with that shit and wake up the next morning.
It's
Southern Comfort.
Now this is how stupid I must be. I always thought people drank vodka so you didn't smell it on you.
No, you could smell liquor right through your pores, dude.
I don't think the smell has anything to do with it.
No, like if you're pulled over, you could smell rum, you could smell beer.
You smell like a.
I don't think so.
Either way,
I don't think it works that way.
Of just dude,
alcohol.
Yes, alcohol. Haven't you ever smelled an old boozy, like an old timers? Always had that weird.
Yeah.
Like not like they always had this weird. It's a cross.
Weren't you supposed to have the big red nose was always the alcoholic or something?
I don't know if it's that. No,
booze nose, like Carl Malden or
yes. No, I think also it's always weird too because all those old time boozers always smoked like cigars. So they had the cigars / liquor / everything, taste of peanuts and all that other shit. It was because they were eating beer nuts at the bar.
Yeah,
dude, I'll never forget my dad when we were younger. He would always take us. There was a place for the audience. It was called the PACC.
Oh yeah, PACC, Polish American Citizens Club.
Right, I didn't know what they
right on 28th Street.
Yes, right. Yeah, and what it was is I had.
It's a home for it's like a homeless shelter now or something, isn't it?
It's something. Yeah,
it's right next to the funeral home.
Yes, and we would go there, and they for the audience. It had, I want to say it was a basement bar. Was the bar down in the basement?
Was downstairs, yeah.
Yes, it was a basement bar. So it was always dingy. You always felt like
it was a membership bar. It was a shot in a beer bar.
Yes.
Everything was half price.
Right. My dad took us there because they always had fish fries. And evidently right around there is the Slovak Club, which is big for fish fries. For the audience out there, if you're members of any type of private club.
He said members.
Members club. Yeah, you could go there. Well, we would go there.
Like Ed's members only code.
Members.
There was always a look to the old timers that were boozies, like steel workers.
Yeah.
That just
look.
They always had a look.
Yeah.
But then here's the thing. At that time, we were pre-teen, so we were between 8 and 11, 12.
Yeah.
And we would go in there and dude, that's when the whole place you'd swear was on fire because there was a layer
2 foot layer of smoke at the top.
Yes, it was that's not a joke.
So you would walk down the stairs through the smoke to get to the bar.
Because everybody in there was smoking. They were all smoking. And everything had a haze.
So you walk down there and you're like 5 years old and Yeah. They're like, what?
So it was like going to the bars. You left there reeking of smoke.
Oh, dude, that.
Especially when your mom didn't know that your dad took you there.
Right. It was so bad. They always had this pool table, and my dad would give us quarters.
Was it Space Invaders? Was the fucking video game? Or
I don't know if they had that there.
Asteroids.
Asteroids.
I don't know if they had that there, but we would go in and they had a pool table, and you'd put I think it was maybe a quarter.
Maybe a quarter.
Yeah, a quarter.
They had to pull out cigarette machines with the knob. You pulled out, get your pack of cigarettes.
Dude. It was so bad, and this isn't a joke.
Wow, we were really old.
It wasn't so bad. People would do that, and my dad would say, because my dad still smoked at that time, and he didn't quit smoking, and he would have us do it, and we go, not a joke. He would send us out with notes to get beer and cigarettes.
So it was for at the store. They knew who it was for.
Yes, you would. You would go to the store with a note saying this is for my dad, and it's booze. They would sell like a 10-year-old kid booze and cigarettes.
Yeah, go take that to your dad
with a note.
Yeah.
Talk about so far out of realm with a note. I mean, think about that. So
that's why this new generation is a bunch of pussies.
Right.
That's right.
And dude, it was so bad. I'll never forget.
They can't get a note for shit.
Because my one brother Tony was with us, and we went into this PACC for fish. All right. And my dad's like, okay, so we ordered fish. And this is the part. My great aunt, I'll tell you, it was like my great aunt
was working there.
Yes, she worked. And dude, she was straight gargoyle, like old country with the babushka. Just
oh yeah.
Not country. She was old country.
Like
horn rimmed glasses and blue hair.
She came
apron. They had the fucking white apron with the red frill on the side.
It wasn't white. She still had the yoke, like she was the horse or whatever they used to plow the fields. She still had the yoke on her neck.
She had the nylons that were pulled up, held with the straps below her dress.
I think it was literally stitched to her leg,
like the Roaring 20s. Yeah.
So she did. Yeah, my great aunt Helen worked at this.
That's the only old timey bar music I have.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, and this isn't a joke. My dad ordered first. He says, "Okay, you guys want fish? Yeah, we got the fish fry because we had the fish fry there."
I love fish fries.
Oh, it was terrible, and it was good. You didn't know the difference.
The old ladies, I use the word old, not meaning calling them old, but the old ladies cook that shit with love. Yeah, they use lard and grease. Yeah, and, I mean, none of this fucking synthetic.
Everything that's really bad for you.
It was the fucking best fish,
dude. They literally had like a cow in the back. They were just squeezing the lard out of the cow. You know what I mean? They're pigs, and so they're just squeezing. They're beating the hell out of it. It was just incredible. So I'll never forget.
Smoking while they're making it all. Hell yeah!
That's not.
You knew you got ash in your shit.
That's not a joke. That's what I was going to say. Is this? I'll never forget because my dad.
That was in the fish.
My dad sent us there, or we're not sent. We were there, and he sent us up the thing. He says, "Here, order." While he sat at the bar, he was smoking and having a drink with whoever from because my dad worked a short
sit
time.
At the card table with the other kids.
No. For once, he worked. For a very short period before the Korean War, he worked at the steel mill, then went to Korea, then he came back, worked at Ford, an automotive, in case you're listening overseas.
Yeah, never heard of him.
Yeah, who's Ford who? Henry Will?
Right. Anyways, the people overseas, who knows what they're driving. But so what it was, he goes, go up to your Aunt Helen. It was my great aunt. So what does that make it? Her, my dad's aunt or something like this.
Your great aunt.
She was like,
come give your Aunt Bunny a kiss, baby.
Dude, she was, like I said, I think she was born at the turn of the century.
She's got a mustache.
Mustache. And I hate it. Yeah, she had like, the lips were so chapped, it was almost like concrete.
Yeah.
Like
why were you kissing her?
Well, you got to kiss her. You have to. You have to.
Did she have like not like a beard, but she had like little long black hairs sprinkled all around her face? Yeah. I had one of those.
She had patch, right? The patchy hair in the face.
Yeah.
You're like,
yeah. I'm like, oh my God.
Is this before Chernobyl?
God.
Like she was pre-Chernobyl.
I'm like, no.
It was a steel mill.
It was a steel. Well, that's what it was for the audience.
Yeah, go give your Aunt Nancy a hug. I'm like, no.
Right.
No.
For us, the audience, what was real big around here was the steel mill, the railroad, and the
what?
The railroad.
Okay.
The steel mill, railroad, the shipyards, automotive industry, all this was happening in the area.
I don't think, to be truthful, no, seriously, when we're talking the steel mill and the shipyards, Ford would not have been at Avon. There would have been no Ford there.
No, it was just the one in Lorraine.
That was later too. So I don't even know if there would have been a Lorraine Ford.
Yeah. Well, there was because my dad, he went to work when I was born at that Ford plant. So it was 1967 when that plant got established, right in that time frame.
Yeah, I think we were just babies when that
got
Lorraine one started.
Okay.
And so he tells me, go up to your great aunt Ellen and get, again, she's old. I mean, she's his aunt. So, she's got to be.
She's like 100.
She borrowed money from Methuselah. Yeah, she was for nursing school. Right? She
did her homework on a piece of slate with chalk.
She owed him some shekels.
Uphill both ways in 3 feet of snow.
So I'm like, oh, God.
Let me call Grandma.
Did you ask Helen to dial 4?
Yeah.
She just dialed 4, Helen. What is that? It's how many phones we got in the area. She's the 4th one.
Like Andy Griffith show. Hey, Sarah. Can you call blah, 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 blah. Yeah, there was like a person and with the switchboard and
Mabel, give me 4424.
Right.
Like Radar O'Reilly, like cranking up the fucking thing.
So I'm like, oh God, I gotta go talk to Great Aunt Helen. Okay, fine. I'm gonna go and dude, she was
Duke and Schlitz on tap.
Dude, right. Duke and Schlitz on tap.
Or Genesee cream ale.
So we go over. Everybody's smoking. He gave us some quarters for the pool table too. So we ordered the fish for my dad, and this is it's unbelievable. So my brother Tony was with me, and we get these quarters, and I want to say it was a quarter for a pool game. Put the quarter in. You do this for the audience. If you've never played pool at a bar,
you had to put 1 or 2 quarters in and then push the slide in, and all the balls ka-ching.
You had to use your foot to push it in.
A lot of bars nowadays don't have those. You'd be surprised how they don't.
When we were in our late teens, 20s, between 18s and 20s, you went up and you paid for the pool table by the hour.
Yes.
They gave you a holder of the rack, the balls, and everything.
Yeah.
There was no putting quarters in the shit.
And there's because
and then the only place you put quarters, if it would have been where the next
your
person.
ass?
Yeah, I love that. Okay. I wanted the 50-cent pieces.
Right.
You put the 2 quarters in the little slot to tell you who's next.
Yeah.
Right, dude, and that's the truth.
And the bars back then had the wire with the little slide things for keeping track of your pool games.
Yeah, and the pool games. And
we're
exactly. Old. Well, they don't. Yeah. Again, there's a lot of places you go don't even have pool tables anymore.
Probably virtual
at bars. Well, no, it's a lot of darts. Dart leagues. But anyway, so I had my brother Tony with me, and my dad gave us this card. We put it in the pool while we ordered the stuff from my great aunt Ellen, and the balls came out. And I'll never forget my brother grabbed. There was a cue ball on the top, and he grabbed the cue ball. And when he let go, his hand had like black on it, and the pool ball had like a hand imprint because we were tiny. Because that's how dirty the place was. Because from smoke and soot and all these steel workers, and you could almost, when you hit the ball, see like a rooster tail of dirt
on the table,
dirt and tar. And nicotine, and booze, that's awesome. Probably a little bit of sperm. I'm just saying, you never know, right? A little bit.
The only time when
it's all right. A rooster tail.
As you're going across.
It was the only time as it would hit the bumpers, it would stick. You know what I mean?
You do a rail slide, it would slow down.
All right, I'm going to bank this. No, you're not. No, not going to happen.
The felt used to be green. It's brown.
It was. And
you know what? Everyone on pool tables had wear marks.
Oh, God.
From where the balls would run the most.
Do you know what's the worst?
Yeah.
Too, is you always, we would go, and my dad would take us there. That was the big thing, go to the PACC, because we would get a chance to play pool.
Yeah, and you go to a bar.
And you get kibasi cut up on a plate with a toothpick.
Yeah. To support your future alcoholism.
Dude, and this is the thing.
And mine.
They always had these dumb
And Chris's. I'm just
douchebag guys that thought they were like the pool players, and they'd take the cue ball and go, and they like hit the table on the dot for whatever reason. And pretty soon, either the ball had a crack in it or the table right there had like
how many of them felt the corners? Oh. The corners were knocked off the table by the pockets. You know what I mean? The points were gone.
Yeah. Well, I remember seeing people, back when we were younger.
Tap them.
Yeah, they would rack the balls and then take the cue ball and I'm like, what are you doing?
They said to make it tighter.
Oh, shut up. You're an idiot.
You're an idiot, right?
You're stupid.
Well,
you're cracking the fucking table.
Back then, we didn't get for the audience, you don't understand too. There was this weird era when we first started going out, say, for like McDonald's or Burger King.
It was a treat.
Well, first of all,
once a week if you were lucky.
If you're lucky. What people don't realize, for any audience members, Google this, look this up. I'll use the Big Mac as an example. The Big Mac used to come in this foam,
and the patty hung over the fucking bun.
Yeah, it was this styrofoam.
Oh yeah, that was like a 1/4 inch thick. Yeah. The carton weighed more than the actual burger did.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. But it was this weird styrofoam. And then it went from this foam to a wrapping in paper, back to foam.
Yeah.
And then it was
the cardboard.
Then the cardboard.
Then the wrapping. Then the foam.
Right.
No, take that one step further. I was told the only burger on the menu at McDonald's that is the same size is a 1/4 pounder.
Okay.
Because they've shrunk all the other motherfuckers because they don't tell you how much meat it really is.
Yeah. Right.
When you buy a 1/4 pounder, you get a 1/4 pounder of meat.
And
you have to.
Not to get
otherwise, that's false advertising.
Someone also told me that the meat in a.
Let's not do this.
We're not talking pink slime shit, are we?
Let's not do this.
Okay, that it's not real meat. It's like worm meat or something.
Yeah. So McDonald's had that issue 10 years ago where they were using pink slime. It was like reprocessed meat. It wasn't real.
What's bologna?
It's like chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's lips and hooves.
Yeah.
Or lips, beaks, and
I love
lips and assholes.
Here, I get this. I get hot dogs because
you know that with bologna and hot dogs.
Right.
That's all bologna is a flat hot dog. I'm just saying. Yeah.
So could you roll bologna into a bun?
Yes. And it would taste like a fucking hot dog.
You probably could. That's a good idea. Actually, it's a very good idea.
I'm going to fucking try that now. I'm going to roll my bologna, put a toothpick in it, and grill it.
It's the same fucking shit that they put in hot dogs is what they put in bologna.
I'm going to fucking
or you could say
you know what? Next week I'll have the laptop. I have a laptop.
Bologna is a flat hot dog, or a hot dog is rolled up bologna.
It's a thick piece of bologna.
Yeah.
So I just searched is bologna and in the top searches is bologna and hot dogs the same?
Boom. You're welcome.
Right, it may be. So yeah, no.
And listen, I ain't no fucking scientist, but I've eaten enough to know that they both taste the fucking same, right?
I agree.
Yeah.
But I even like, and you're gonna laugh at this, as you're getting sidetracked. I even like head cheese. Have you guys ever had head cheese?
I've never had head cheese.
I've had head, but I've not had cheese. I mean,
I've had head and cheese.
What it basically
I've ate cheese while she's giving me head.
Yeah,
what it basically is
Were you in Sweden?
For the audience, if you get a chance to have head cheese, all it is they take all the meat from the head of the animal.
Yeah. Hot dogs and bologna are both
yes,
are both emulsified meat products.
Yeah, there you go. It's just ground down into
one's in flat form.
Yeah.
One's is bologna a flat hot dog?
Yes,
that's one of the fucking questions right there.
Yes,
boom.
Okay, so I've had head cheese. So
I'm
I
like a prophet.
But we make no profit on you.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're there, and we ended up getting our fish dinner, and it didn't come in a plastic, but it came in like this container with more foil than anything else, because back then they wrapped everything in foil to go.
Yeah.
We weren't recycling.
It was what's the paper? It's brown
wax paper.
Wax paper. It was wax paper,
or like butcher paper.
Butcher paper. Yeah. That's we got our. We're talking.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
No, it was
nice and greasy, stained, and it was like soaked in fat that they cooked it in. Oh my god, it's so good.
You'd lick that.
Yes, I would. I would ring it. I would wring it into a cup and drink it.
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
It's so good. I would wring it into a cup, and that's what I would dip my fish in. That's what men do.
And as you're eating, you're like, I can feel my heartbeat.
I can feel myself getting fatter by the minute.
That's right.
Yep.
Dude,
Whatever.
I'm telling you, it's crazy. Yes. And so I remember that because when we got it, it was the funniest thing is we brought it home and it was like that butcher block paper / aluminum foil, all kind of individual meals or whatever.
Sure.
And we brought it home and my mom opened it and she said it smelled like a bar. Like she says, as soon as she opened it, she's like,
it smells like cigarettes and lard.
You could almost,
I think that was a cologne back in the day also.
Almost see like a smoke signal come out as she opened it. Like, you know what I mean? Like this smoke signal come out. She's like, you visited Great Aunt Helen again, huh? And she did. Like Ranga said, they would be smoking while they're
those old time people's houses. The walls were smoke stained from all the smoke. Yeah. They said birds died in these people's houses from coal lung disease or something.
Actually, they would get
black lung.
Yeah, it was like fly paper. They would get stuck to it, and they would be stuck there for eternity. Ever. Yeah. Yeah.
It's the only time you go into a house and you see like bird feet on the wall. You know, the bird tracks on the wall.
That's and all of a sudden they end.
That's how they stuck to the ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did want to talk about this real quick. I have since I take
God bless her soul.
Mm-hmm. I do stuff here at the house and everything, and in the Pit of Despair audience. And thank you for joining us here at the Pit of Despair. Now that's where we're back. And we got guests coming. We got a bunch of stuff that I'm working on. In fact, look for the show. I'll make the announcement. I'm going to be having the Edward twins. They're not going to be here. The Edwards twins are going to be on via Zoom, but they will be at the Pit of Despair.
2 weeks.
Yeah, it's 2. Well, he said he's going to give me the dates one of those 2 days. Yeah, within 2 weeks. Great guys. I can't wait to talk about them. Google them, Edwards twins. They're fantastic show. And this is what I'm going to say is I did not believe the show was going to be good, but it was fantastic show. Anyway, so I'm back at the POD, and I decided to go out. See, my mom they didn't maintain certain things after a while, the bushes, stuff like that. So it got a little crazy. Like if you look at the bushes out front now from the front,
like the side, 80s bushes.
So if you look at the bushes now, I'm trying to square them off.
Okay.
Gotcha. So you got them big, thick, knobby branches that you're cutting into.
Yes. So, we didn't have, I had
diesel fuel and a lighter will take care of that whole fucking head.
The first thing. No, my mom likes it because birds go in there and they get protection from the winter and stuff, Anyways, so she puts stuff.
Fuck them. Let them fly south.
Fly south. So what happens is that we didn't have the only electric. What are you laughing at?
What did you do? The cookie?
Chocolate and these do not mix.
I know. See,
a Moscow Mule and a Thin Mint.
It doesn't mix. No. So,
pussy.
What happens is that the first thing was the electric trimmers that we didn't have gas powered trimmers, the hedge trimmers.
Yeah.
All we had was electric,
and you kept cutting the cord with the fuckers.
No, Mike. It was my.
You had to throw the cord over your shoulder. You fucking cut it. I remember doing that shit, dude.
Well, I didn't cut the cord, but what happened was, you plug it in, but it didn't have a place to wrap it, and it would
that little guard that comes down now and holds them together.
It would constantly.
Well, hold on. The other thing is back then you actually got a cord on them fucking things.
Yeah. This didn't have cord. This isn't. Yeah.
Nowadays you plug your extension cord into the end of the fucking thing. It doesn't even come with a cord.
That's what it is. My sister says.
Or you get cordless.
Well, wait.
Yeah.
So
they're forcing us to that.
So I said, okay.
I have no problem with it. I love it.
So that's
as far as that goes.
Right.
Tools, I'm good with that.
Right. Well, I said,
vibrators.
Okay, fine.
Not so much, yeah.
I used the electric, kept unplugging the cord, and then you got to buy a 100-foot cord. I just didn't like it. So I said, okay, fine.
You're plugging two of them together.
Yeah.
You got like a mile.
Whoa. Before the audience on here, if I'm standing on your porch, the hedge ain't 15, 20 feet out the fucking.
All around the house.
But it's around the back too, right?
Yeah, run a cord out the fucking window on the house. A 50-footer would get you everywhere.
Nope. He's got one of those hose reels, but it's extension cords. He's like,
Jesus Christ,
pulling it out of the box. Yeah.
They're all the 2-prong with the adapter on it.
The suicide adapter.
Extension on extension.
That's right. That's why we grew up not being pussies.
That's right.
You can get shocked anytime.
That's right.
Nobody cares.
That's right. So what happens? I was like, oh God, I told my brother, I said, I gotta get and what's happening is because the bushes weren't being taken care of, it started growing into the lawn.
Right.
Like it was Godzilling. It was taking over the whole thing. So I said, I got to do something about this. And my mom finally acquiesced. She says, cut them down, shave them so I can look out and see. Okay, great. Because she wanted privacy.
Your mom's only 2'2".
I know. So I said, okay, fine.
So I bought her a ladder cheaper.
I broke down and I went and I got that's what the chargers are for, the Cobalt cordless hedge trimmers. All right.
Okay.
And
Home Depot.
Yeah, no, Lowe's.
Lowe's.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I went there and I got it, and I went outside. It's bad.
Done.
It's bad when the weeds have stalks.
Sorry, that was an accident.
When the weeds. Yeah, that's all right. When the weeds have stalks on them, where you need a hedge trimmer to cut down weeds. You know what I mean? The weed whacker.
Did the hedge trimmer cut them?
Oh yeah, it did.
Oh, okay.
It did. So it was brand new. That's why.
Why didn't you just get one of them fucking weed whackers with the saw blade on the end of them?
I have a weed whacker, but I didn't get the saw blade.
Okay.
I got a standard little DeWalt kind of
edge trimming.
Yeah. So I ended up. What I did was I took this damn hedge trimmer and I'm out there and I'm finally cutting into
here's
it.
Ed trimming in the dog.
Oh,
So I did it and I started shaving on one side and I found this cover.
Starting it up. Starting that hedge trimmer.
I'm going along the edge, and I saw this.
Ed, tree trimmer's here.
I saw this block, a ceramic cover thing. All right. So I'm like, well, wait a minute, man. We've got a septic system out front. All right. So I went, oh my God, I think this is, which I did.
You're not tied into the city sewer down through here.
Not yet.
Oh.
We're going to be. We're.
Oh, that's right. Because if you look at the development around you, you're one of the original houses.
I'm one of the original. Yeah, there's, in fact, their entire street, for the audience out there who may or may not know what a septic is, basically your toilet, like some people don't know.
Ed shits in the backyard.
Yeah.
What it is you flush your toilet, it goes into a tank in your lawn. Now, here's even better, but it goes in a tank in your lawn, and it fills up to a certain point.
Yeah, and Chucky swims around and drinks it.
Well, it's a settling tank, so the solids drop on one side, the liquid flows over to the other, then it's aerated, and then it's pumped out to the leach field.
That's what my brother has. Ours goes out to a creek.
Don't say this so the health department hears you.
Right. Yeah, ours goes out to a black hole somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where Chucky bathes.
Where Chucky bathes.
Yes.
It goes to his pool, and that's why he's constantly screening.
That's why it's so warm all the time. Yeah.
I forgot your house is that old.
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. So now everybody's down the street is like that. So they put this development comes in, they're putting in sewers. We got to tie in the sewers, the whole 9 yards. But I didn't know. I looked at this. Is this the thing? This was the first time.
Did you take that lid off?
Yes, I did.
Why would you do? Don't ever take the lid off, dude.
When
Why
the
would
log
you
rolls
do
over,
that?
we will all be dead.
Oh man! Oh man! Oh man!
Did you get hit with a stench
No.
that was like?
That's just it. No, I didn't. No,
Well, I guess all your shit's tulips and fucking
It is.
roses.
It's nothing.
He is from Amherst.
no, he's right. Right.
His
So
shit does not smell.
when I took off the lid, like I could see
A turd.
No,
Yes.
I didn't see like
Floaters.
I didn't see
Corn?
nothing. I could see that there was. I didn't have a flashlight either. See, I always had a fear. It's like when the place I used to work at, that they had that maceration tank down in the basement. Ranger saw it, and I was always fearful looking over. I would literally clutch whatever I was have.
Where do you think you're going to slip into it?
I
Oh
thought,
my God,
I
that
thought I
would
was
be
going to drop something in there, dude. Listen, I have photos. Rangus knows it was 3 feet wide and 12 feet deep.
Yeah.
We were at a waste plant working. I dropped my cell phone in it. Goodbye forever.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I ain't even going in.
Nope.
Fuck it. Lost that bitch.
You did?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
In-
I'm talking 20 years ago.
Oh, that's when it was a big one too.
That was a big motherfucker. Dropped that motherfucker in a shit tank at a fucking waste plant. It was not a flocculation. Yeah, it was a flocculation tank where they bubble it and the oxygen or the air bubbles it and all the foam it takes and separates it. Dropped it, went Fuck. That was it. Not going after it.
It would go around, periodically come up, and someone going, "Hello, Regas is hanging out." And it'd come back.
Sorry, no, I lost a phone in a porta john. That fucker stayed there too. I ain't reaching in that motherfucker. Nope.
Not worth it.
I had it in my I had a pair of bib overalls. Had the phone in my bib overalls, not thinking about it. Went up there and take a piss. Lowered my bib overalls. Boop, boop. Dropped it right the fuck in the shitter.
Yeah.
Plop. Then I get the call at the end of the day. We called you all day. Yeah, it's still in the shitter.
No. Sorry. Yeah, it's in the toilet.
Do you know what's worse? Is
will not be recovered.
If it like landed on top and you could see it.
I ain't going in anyways. I'd have pissed on it.
Do cell phones float? I don't know.
Well, Ed's talking about, we were on job sites where I think an average shitter is supposed to service 10 people that, back then they didn't give a fuck.
What?
The average, like once a week, the average shitter should service 10 people. That's it. Normal usage.
One porta potty is
or Chris.
Yeah.
Or Rangus.
Or Tooth for Chucky.
Yeah.
Right.
We would be on job sites where the fucking shit would pile up in the middle. So it was like if you sat down, it would touch your fucking butthole.
Oh.
So the guys would go in with a fucking stick and knock the fucking mound down so you could use it more.
A stick.
It was a poop stick.
He's going in there with a rake.
Yeah. You'd open the door and it'd be a perfectly cone-shaped fucking pile of turds. Yeah. Even with the fucking seat right in the middle.
Can you bring that jackhammer over here? We need
That's the thing.
We'll help.
It got so bad on some job sites they set the fuckers on fire to prove a point.
You're kidding.
Pour diesel fuel in there and light or gasoline. Well, they usually
I don't think you had to put anything in
there.
They
would just light, they'd put I think most of it was diesel because gas would explode.
Right.
But they'd light the fucker on fire.
Oh, that's terrible. Because some poor guy that it's not his job had to come there and go through a melted.
We were on a job one day,
melted plastic
and we watched
log.
the honey dipper truck come up. Right, this guy gets out of the fucking truck.
Right,
he opens the door. He gets out. He goes to the fucking first compartment. Opens it. There's his gloves sitting to where he just reaches his hands into the fucking gloves.
Right.
Okay,
I can see that. Yeah.
Goes over, fucking dips the fucking hose in there, sucks it out. Brings it, puts that back, squirts the whole fucking thing down, puts new water in it, right? Winds
Is that
everything.
what's in? I thought it's blue or something. There's some type of anesthetic.
So
there's shit in it. Yeah.
Yeah, but he would spray the whole thing down with a hose just to like clean it, disinfect it type stuff. Then he'd put the hoses all back and he would grab the glove with one hand, then the other, so that they'd come off, and he'd put them in the fucking thing, right? And he'd pull his hands out, they're sitting on the shelf, wash the fucker, get in. It was lunchtime, grab his lunch, open it up, start eating a fucking sandwich. And I'm like, motherfucker never washed his hands.
I don't care how thick those fucking gloves are.
Oh, yeah.
You got to wash your
the
fucking
hair
hands.
on the back of my neck just fucking stood up.
You know what the crazy part is? If he pulled his hands out and he still had stuff under his fingernail. Still had under his fingernail.
Dude, I could do a lot of shit, and I'm not knocking plumbers.
Yeah.
I could be a plumber if it was for water, gas, and all that.
Plumber.
I could not be a plumber for shit.
Nope.
I hate changing a fucking beeswax seal on a motherfucking toilet.
Yeah.
Unless
it's even if it is mine.
Can you?
Even if it is mine, I'm skittish about it. I'm
even if it's my own
I know
shit.
what I've done here. Yeah.
I have blown this motherfucker up.
Yeah.
This is why.
That's for you, Wayne.
Even when this is the thing is when I did toilet jobs, like I'll do side jobs, someone say, hey,
toilet jobs.
People want a toilet change to like a high volume or something to like shove or flush golf balls or something.
How appealing is that? Hey, you want to come do a toilet job? Is that
well, here's the thing.
Is that a trick question?
No, you can make, like Rangus said, you can make a lot of money.
There's people who don't want to change a toilet.
No, I don't.
Right, and I can do it, so I know how to do it. So I could charge.
Will you come change my toilet?
If you need me to, I'll help you change your toilet.
No, I want you to do it. There's no help. No.
I'll be out of town. You can change it while I'm on.
Do you need a change? I mean, do you really need?
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm going to blow that motherfucker up before you do it.
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. I ain't going to flush it either. About that.
Got the fucking chills thinking of that.
I got everything back, and I've used that sound effect like 20 times. Yeah.
No, this is the thing: is that there was. Not a joke. I could charge outrageous prices because no one wanted to do it. And here's a perfect example of that: is at my very first house that I had,
And don't you mouth off to me, or I'm gonna slap you right in your penis.
there was one time I had an upstairs bathroom and I had a basement bathroom, and I was flushing the toilet, and we kept noticing in the basement this smell where like there's something wrong, and then eventually the stack pipe started getting filled. It got solid, and when I unscrewed the clean out on it, there was stuff. I'm like, oh no. So I called the plumber, and come to find out, our main line had cracked. Yeah, it cracked, and it was an old ceramic. Yes. So this guy chiseled up the basement floor, and this is how disgusting it is. Hand to God, and I knew the guy.
Get back to work, you slacker.
I knew the guy. He was sitting on the basement floor with his feet. What had happened was when the pipe broke under the house, which he had to dig up, the underneath the house was filling
with sewage.
With me. Me and the girl I was with. And yes, was in there.
Tampons,
Everything was in there, and he was sitting with his feet in it. His boots. He had boots on in there, and he had to fix the main pipe. And I said, this is the thing. I asked him. I go, dude, how much money do you make doing this? He goes, you could do this. I know you could. You have the ability to change this. You could do this yourself. I said, yeah, no. I'm just want to know how much.
He knows people don't want to do this.
He said, I make $250,000 a year, and I went, what? He goes, do you want to do this? And I go, no. He said, that's why I make $250,000 a year.
That's one of those niche jobs,
right.
Niche,
yeah. If you're French, yeah. That's right up there with going, and fixing the wind turbines.
Dude,
thank you.
So there's a guy, I saw an application for a job. The guy climbs those 300 to 1,000-foot towers and changes the light on the top.
Change a light bulb.
So it takes
kiss my fat ass.
He gets $20,000 a day.
Okay.
He climbs that fucking tower.
Nope.
All day by himself. He goes up there, changes the fucking light, and climbs down. He gets $20,000 a day to do that. Now, they interviewed the guy, and it said it takes him on average 4 hours to climb the fucking tower.
And 4 hours back down.
So
maybe 3 back down. You're not, climbing down, I don't think it's as exerting.
Is exhausting.
Yeah. Climbing up is
he's fighting gravity.
But now the other thing is that he starts out in pants and a t-shirt. By the time he gets to the top, he's in a fucking winter. Yeah. He's in a winter coat because the air up there and the wind up there and everything's so fucking cold.
Now, wait, he's just going up a damn 150 feet tops?
No, 300 to 1,000-foot tower.
What tower is 1,000?
Those giant repeater towers and stuff like that. Yeah, they've got them.
Listen, those big wind turbine towers that you see, like driving down. The capsule that's like turning it, that's like the size of a van
or a school bus.
Okay, or a school bus. You have to think about it that way. You don't see it because you're on the ground.
Right. So the hub where the propeller attaches to
is the side of Rangus's rectum.
Yeah, exactly. Rectum nearly killed him.
Yeah, thank you.
It's 6 to 8 feet or bigger on some of the bigger ones, 12 feet in diameter. The hub, the Lincoln Electric Tower, the wind turbine down there has 450-foot diameter blades.
What?
Yeah. Ain't no joke, man.
Like football field.
Yes.
Because a football field is 300 feet.
300 feet, 100 yards.
And there's two of them on it.
You're kidding.
No. I'm sorry. There's only one.
But
one on each side.
Yes. There's three, but it's 450-foot circle when it spins. So the tower's at least 200 and 300 feet or whatever it is off the fucking ground.
Wow.
Now, though, in that instance, they climb up the center tube.
Okay.
They're enclosed.
Yeah.
Which this guy takes 4 hours.
This guy,
it would take me a week.
A week.
Yeah. I'd have to camp. Like a quarter.
I'd have to take MREs with me and eat.
Yeah. Like a quarter way up, like you see those people like set up these
hanging on the cliff with the hammock.
Fucking
hammock.
idiots.
Yeah.
You fucking morons.
You're climbing and you're eating a snack.
No, this guy I'm talking about, the 20,000, he climbs the exposed towers. He climbs up in the middle of the triangle, but it's nothing. He said the tallest one he's climbed is 1,000 feet.
Fuck that.
You know how my legs and arms would be I would cramp up and be stuck up there.
Yeah. I would just jump off halfway up. Yeah.
You know what? I just wear a parachute, go up, change it, and fucking jump.
Yep.
Wait, you got to.
So you're going to laugh at me. Honest God, I don't mean to hurt you.
Go ahead.
So over at the old Lorraine baseball fields, over by the Armory, there were 125-foot poles up there. When I worked for Higgins Electric, I used to climb them fucking poles and change the fucking lights on them.
Nope.
Now, at that time, now there's a fucking mechanism you hook your harness into and you pull it up. When I climbed those, there was no fucking cable. There were just pegs. When I started at the bottom, my legs were as wide as I could be at the bottom to fit the pegs.
Right.
When I got to the top, the pole measured 8 inches. And when I looked down at the pole,
swing
would be bent.
Mm-hmm.
And if the wind blew right, I always had to fucking hold on to the rail because I would step and the wind blew the other way. My little 2-foot step turned into a 6-foot fucking step because the fucking thing would sway the same way, opposite way as I was fucking walking. Scare the fuck out of me the first time it did that.
You gotta be kidding.
It was a 125-foot tower. We would take a 200-foot rope because the rope would bow from the wind.
Yeah.
And he'd tie the light bulbs on and I'd pull the fucking light bulbs up because there was like 12 or 14 lights to a thing. I couldn't carry all the light bulbs up.
That's right.
I'd pull up the 1,500-watt light bulbs, change them, lower the light bulbs down. But I used to climb those and I had climbing spikes. I would climb wood poles. Now my fat ass can't do that now.
Well, that's what I wonder. How do these...
Cool story, bro.
So the ones like at the stadiums and stuff like that, they have catwalks behind them to work on.
Right. That was good. The idea that you do that even then, say this guy going up there, it's not like he's bringing one bulb. He's got to bring tools. He's got to bring.
Well, he's got a little kit.
Lunch.
He's got a little kit that hangs below him as he's climbing.
Yeah.
He's got like a 6-foot rope when it hangs below him,
like a
6 foot
backpack
deep.
or
Does he tie off on stuff?
Well, when he's climbing up the middle, there's a cable that he's supposed to, in case he would slip or something would happen.
Something that ratchets up.
So as you go up, it just pulls you up. But as you go down, you have to loosen it and drop it, loosen it and drop it. So if you fall, it catches.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yes.
So they carry a backpack of tools.
Right.
And then it showed him he had a little
the
bag
20 grand an hour
that hung below him as he climbed. And then when he got up there, he just pulled it up. But most of those big lights up there have 2 lamps, an upper and a lower. And when the first lamp fails,
they're
the
1,000 pounds a piece.
Well, I used to change the one in the Leary on the bank building, and it was an incandescent bulb, and the bulb was about 26 inches tall.
Yes.
But then they were xenon or something. But the way they worked was there was 2 lamps in it. When the upper lamp failed, it would switch to the lower lamp, and then you would know it would blink at a different rate.
Right.
And then it would know to change it, and he changes both of them. Because if you're going to go up there and change one, you change them both.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, oh, damn it. I just was there last week. Yeah, do them now. And the idea
$20,000 a day.
Think about that.
And you climb one a month.
You're making you're making big money. You're making $250,000 a year.
No.
So you get up there and you got to shit.
That's what the bag's for.
No way. I would just drop.
I would totally would. Oh,
So
yeah.
you just fucking stick your ass to the fucking webbing on the thing and fucking drop it.
And just
go.
It gets really.
I would move my bag out of the way.
Yeah, I'd hang it above me.
Yeah, or next to me. Yeah, and then let her drop. Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Do you think if you were peeing, would it evaporate before it hit the ground?
Probably. It would be like steam
Mist.
or like fog.
My luck, it'd form into hail and fucking hit people. It'd be so cold up there, my fucking piss would turn to
Why
hail.
is the hail yellow?
No, it's not only that.
Salty.
Well, can you imagine if you're pooping and you got that one log that's still attached and it's like doing this in the wind? It's
fluttering.
It's fluttering.
So what you got to do? Reach around and flick it off so it falls?
Yeah.
At the temperature, if you're wearing a parka, it might freeze solid to your butt.
That's not good.
No, and then
then again, you're 1,000 foot up in the air. Who the fuck cares?
Well, this is the thing. So that has to happen.
So back then you didn't have a cell phone
to happen.
So what would it? So you had to have a guy on the ground.
Yes.
But then what the fuck? How does he know how you're doing? What's he watching with binoculars? Oh, he's still moving. Oh, he
would
passed
have
out.
to. He would have to.
You know,
got a telescope.
Now, the other thing is you got to realize when those guys climb those big towers, they have to turn those transmitters off or you'll fry them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They have to so they schedule that outage type stuff, but they just can't climb past all those antennas, those repeaters that fucking cook them. The RF radiation.
Do you know, it's funny you said that. My dad, when
they come down here, they look like the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like all green and like,
vascular,
little
veiny.
I don't quite feel right.
Yeah. I pinched a giant shit and now I don't feel right.
Hulk smash.
Comes down, he's shooting fucking webs everywhere.
Out of his wiener. Yeah. No good.
Or you come down and he's got patchy
hair.
Looks like Ed.
Yeah, looks like the fly. Yeah.
Looks like Brundle.
Brundle fly.
Brindle. What is it? Brindle or Brundle?
Brundle. Yeah.
Like you said, he's saying, I don't feel so good.
I don't feel so good.
One testicle's larger than the other.
Hulk smash.
As he's talking, his teeth are falling out. He's talking.
Hair's falling out.
Right.
Fingernails are like dropping
off.
I don't know what's going on, man. I don't like it.
His shoes are smoking and shit. You know, it's
well,
funny.
the sad part is I ain't doing it.
This is the truth that my dad, it's funny you said that. When he was in the Korean War, he said that guys that were on, what is it, where at night you had to march to guard duty. He was on guard duty, that guys would stand in front of the radar towers to keep warm. And he says he didn't realize till years later.
They were radiating themselves.
You're cooking yourself from the inside out. That's the reason you're warm.
Well, the story I heard how a microwave was first, I guess, thought of or found was, didn't the guy working on microwaves accidentally had a candy bar in his pocket and he stepped in front of the microwave thing and it started to melt the candy bar? And that's how the microwave
I don't know about that. I don't know.
And there was a guy in the military. I think this is a true story. Honest to God. It was just before the internet.
Okay.
He wanted to sterilize himself. Oof. So he stood in front of the microwave towers for like 30 seconds at a time every so often. And he did it so much that it cooked his insides and he died.
Cool story, bro.
All I wanted was my dick to fall off, but I killed myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of things I want.
Why don't you just jump off a fucking bridge or something?
But not my dick falling off. There's a lot of things that can go wrong.
Bazinga.
Right, and Bazinga, and the hog, Big Jim and the twins being removed. No, that's not in the top priority.
Just jump off a bridge.
Now, Chucky, it's funny. Chucky tells me I have to watch doing that because I wear boxers. I switch. Every other, like, that's the longest son of a picture. That's all right.
Oh, hey, Beavis. Where is it? I can't turn it off. I think it was on loop.
Oh, that's funny. No, it was funny that I switch in between.
I thought that was a wives' tale.
No, well, he says that the twins.
Well, your nuts relax depending on your body temperature and all that stuff because it wants to keep your sperm at 98 degrees or whatever.
He says that they will elongate.
Yeah,
and there was someone we know.
My girl likes them at 99 degrees when she swallows the kids.
That Kitty and Leo
room temperature.
Leo said that for whatever reason,
his balls touch the water.
His balls will touch the water.
I've heard a few guys our age do that. I mean, say that.
That's like
mine like barely hang unless I'm fucking sweating at 100 degrees.
Right. Well,
I've never had that issue.
He said that he sat on them before.
Oh,
and like he has.
I've done that. I've done that.
Yeah, but that's on the front. Like you go to sit and you're not.
I went to sit on. I think we had this conversation before.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I've been.
But I've sat on them before, and that's a testament to wear underwear, and not just like those mesh basketball shorts. Wear underwear, men, please.
See that I don't get what that whole fad of wearing the going commando. I don't know if I could do that.
No, I'm not comfortable.
Even boxers,
I'm not comfortable.
I go commando if I wear shorts with the lining in them.
Well,
like swim trunks.
Well, not like workout shorts and stuff like that. We have workout shorts for the gym that have liners in
them.
So when you're doing a squat, your nut doesn't fall out the fucking pant leg. Your dick's not sliding out the fucking nut. Look, you're looking at the girl, you do a squat, and your fucking cock falls out, and she doesn't fucking like it.
See,
it's not attractive.
This is why I would have to. I could not
fucking wrinkly scrotum
go to
on first
a
date.
gym like that without having some form of bondage where I'm bound up.
Sweatpants? What do you mean bound up?
I would need.
Oh, okay.
I would need
Gotcha.
to be secured.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Some spandex?
Yeah, something.
Ed goes in there wearing yoga pants.
Yeah, exactly. Some Lululemons. He's a nut smuggler.
Can hear him walking in a mile away. Yeah.
And they're rolling all around and the legs is going over.
Yeah.
No, see,
Everything's to
Ed's
the left.
here.
Everything's to the left.
no. The reason is that
Next week, everything's to the right.
that when I do,
Oh, yeah.
when I used to go. I'll say this. Years ago, I used to work out when they first opened. It was a Galaxy Gym or something. It was right off of Shadden Road.
Scandinavia.
Was it
No, Scandinavia.
Was it Scandinavia? Is
It
that
was
what it was?
Scandinavia.
Okay, when they first, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. That's where Keith's car rolled into the ditch.
You're kidding.
Scandinavia.
Yeah, that gym. And I used to go there with a friend of mine, James.
Not a maker.
Yeah, someone's going to say, but James and I used to go there. And we would, this is a funny part. This is, hand to God, if you ever get to, we used to go work out there and then go to Taco Bell after.
Well, now Planet Fitness serves pizza one day
Which
a
makes
week.
no sense. And
Why the fuck wouldn't you?
I understand they do that because you need a carb or something after
You're supposed to not be carbon.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't work out properly. So this
It shows.
right.
Yeah.
No, wait, I lost weight. I'm telling you, I lost 6 pounds.
Did you trim your toenails?
I just don't drink as much. That's why. It was all beer. It was
It's
all beer.
water weight.
It was
Attaboy.
beer weight. That's what it was.
Waterhead.
Anyway, so we would go to that gym, and there would always be girls that would come in and they would work out in jeans and high heels. They'd go on the treadmill and
At least they were looking good.
they looked fantastic. They
They didn't need to be there to begin with.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
No, they did. They knew they went in there to pick up guys or big muscle heads. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I hated those gyms because they always smelled like farts.
Farts and body odors.
Yes. And I was always fearful. I would go in the locker and, I get a locker every time I go in so that I could just throw my clothes into and stuff. Me and James would throw stuff in the locker.
Right.
But I didn't like going into the restroom because there's always dudes in there showering and stuff. And I thought, don't guys get ringworm or something? They get some kind of.
That's what we got athlete's foot from the fucking shower. Supposed to wear flip flops in the shower.
Doesn't it still get you?
all in a bunch.
Doesn't it still get? I've never. Can't you still get athlete's foot through your shoe thing?
Oh, I'm sure if your feet are moist all the time. What bothered me was I didn't mind showering at those places. It's the guys that fucking, when they walked out of the shower to the bench, just fucking had their Johnsons swinging in the fucking wind. Put a towel on,
I
walk
agree.
over to your fucking
Why
area.
would you
Put
do
some
that?
shorts on.
Because they're
dude,
fucking gay, probably.
No, it's not that. It's
Either that or they're proud.
and here's my thing.
Well, if I had a knee knocker, I'd probably be
Yeah.
the same fucking way.
If I had
But
a knee shooter, I'd be all about it. Here, check this
when your
out.
fucking dick don't hang past your ball sack, you got a fucking problem.
I'll walk into a room like,
I'm Peter Fool.
yeah.
When
Uh-huh.
really it should be.
You are one pathetic loser.
No, it's just, dude. So
Winning.
so I never showered there. I would just because I had a fear.
I'm stepping out of the shower.
I did. Dude, there's some guys that they can shower, get out of the shower, and look like they still need a shower.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
There are some guys that always look.
Well, let's go back to high school. How many people fucking showered in high school?
You mean after
Gym,
gym?
after PE.
I never did because you didn't have time.
Well, that's part of the problem was you stunk the rest of the day because you didn't have time to get in the shower or the coach stared at you while you're fucking showered. And you didn't want to get in the fucking shower.
I hated that coach.
And fucking the gym stunk because nobody took their fucking gym clothes home to wash, and they just threw them in the fucking locker.
Dude,
There
that's
was
true.
there was like
Yes.
120 jocks hanging from the ceiling.
There was-
I mean,
See, I never did that either. I didn't wear a jock strap when I was in school. Who did?
Oh,
Did
you
you
did
guys?
when I
We did when we were in football. On
Oh,
football,
yeah.
you had to.
oh God.
You didn't want fucking. Oh my god!
Because you wore a cup. Because you'd wear a cup. Because dudes would. There were always guys when you get tackled. Because I did. See, I played CYO. You guys. That's when I
cover your own ass.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, that's CYA.
Catholic
Best
youth.
kind of football.
The CYO, and you when. So we did it, but there was always guys when you'd be in a pile that would always like
monkey punch.
yes, either your kidneys or they'd hit you in the balls or something, like, hoping that it would take you down.
Yeah,
and
we used to grab leg hair, like a big pinch of fucking hair on the calf, fucking twist it right the fuck out
in the pylon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you? What kind of cruel animals are you?
I've grabbed eyebrows.
Oh yeah,
I've grabbed. Oh yeah.
How did you grab an eyebrow through a mask?
Well, when we were doing flag football, you didn't have helmets on.
Mm-hmm.
You'd tackle.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not supposed to tackle. You'd always fucking tackle.
Wait, I never played flag football in school.
Oh yeah, we did Nord.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
You were probably skipping that. Day.
Football junior high that went on to, high school.
Right.
But yeah, that's where we would. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's, and the coaches told you to fight dirty.
Oh yeah, the coaches told you.
Okay.
I remember this was the funny part is when I was, again, I played CYO football. When I was in CCD, I went to I don't know if you guys went to CCD. No, you didn't.
No.
Of course.
Fucking church would have burned down if I'd have walked into it.
Right. So what happened was we got to scrimmage against Amherst, the football team.
Right.
And
got your ass kicked.
Well, we did. No, I wouldn't say we got beat, but not bad. It wasn't like 86-0. It was maybe
42-6.
and we still owed them more points.
You played the girls' fucking JV team.
Yes.
That's what we played. We played the cheerleaders. That's what we played football against. No,
hold on. He played the flag corp girls.
No, we were playing. We were the only football team that went against the band.
Them versus the marching band. Yeah,
JV.
It was the horn section. That's all we played football against.
You didn't even play the tuba section.
No. So this is the thing is I'll never forget too because we didn't do kickoffs. They would start on the 20. It was just for and
it's a waste of time anyway. You should just do that in regular football.
Well,
they're gonna kick it to the end zone every time. I think they should have to kick the ball to the 20, like between the 20 and the 25.
Yeah,
that's where you got to aim for.
Well, here's the thing though too. At that age bracket, I mean, say you're a freshman in high school, you're only like 14, 15. It's not like the mutant kids nowadays. We were normal size.
I would say that we were normal size, but the kids that came after us were fucking small.
They
were petite.
I'm gonna for the audience.
Most of them.
There was this kid we went to school with. Now I'm gonna say it sounds horrible, but it's not because he was unbelievably like a speed demon. There was this kid we went to school with, Paul Similchek.
Yeah.
All right, who was 4'0". You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was 4'0", but he was like Speedy Gonzalez because he was super quick.
It's like Jay Cobb.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. Real speedy.
Yeah.
So
small, stocky, and just fucking
right. So for the audience,
could cut left or right like fucking nothing.
Like nothing. There was guys. I remember when I played football. This kid Jay Valdez, I think was his name, and he could do this insane twist thing and psych you out where his body would go. It's like almost magic. Like his body would dislocate and
it was a spin move.
Yeah, it was a spin move.
That's when I would clothesline him.
Well,
I'm not doing a regular tackle on that. I'm going to take his head off.
Well, that's dude. This is what happened. Is the first time we scrimmaged against Amherst football is the coach said, "Well, hey, they kick off. You have to kick, and again at that age, you're not kicking a 70-yard kick. That's why we just did the start at the 20.
Start at the 20 and be done with it.
But we kicked kicked off, and we're like, "Oh, who to talk to our kicker? Do you know?" He's like, "Well, I don't know if I've ever kicked that far in my life. You got to kick to the moon. At that age, that's like kicking to another county,
right?
You know what I mean? You're 12, 13, 14.
The kicker is Phil Dawson. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Right. And you're kicking
kicks it into the baseball field a couple 100 yards away.
Yeah. Kicks it into the next city.
Yeah.
Right. They attach your mail to it and then just kick the ball with the mail and put some bills on that thing. Yeah. No. So what happened was, is I'll never forget is that they kicked to us then. So we got the football, and I can't remember the kid that I was playing football. It's escaping me. He was smaller than me, and I was small. So he got the ball, and we're running. And I'll never forget, we're running forward. And, to run full steam at a kid like that, and the Amherst, again, they were bigger than us because that was the year ahead. That was,
Yeah. Sounds about right.
What happened? What happened was I was running, and this is the first time we're running full. You're running full steam. Kids running full steam in gear that barely fits on them because you could put the helmet on and spin the helmet because you're a little kid. They didn't give you. We had to share gear. You had to share shoulder pads. And, and I think I weighed all of 100 pounds.
Yeah, the helmet weighed more than you did.
Yeah. If you lean forward, you're moving forward because the helmet's taking you in there. Well, we were running. I'll never forget this. That running down to block. Like, okay, got to throw a block. Well, the guy from Amherst, he clotheslined me. All right, and dude, when I flipped,
you did a 360.
I went because I was a little kid running at that time. Felt like Mach 7.
Did a backflip? Did you?
I did a full alley-oop. But I came down like on my knees, where I just went, and I was like a rag doll when I did that 180 flip, like running as a 360. I mean, completely around, and I hit, and I was like Raggedy Ann. And this is the thing. I hit, and I was like, oh, and it took everything. Have you ever had the wind knocked out of you?
Oh, yeah.
Where at that age, you think you've left your body.
I'm like, I'm going to die. I'm like, oh, my God, I can't breathe. I'm going to die.
Yes.
Yeah. I've fallen out of trees and done that. Yeah. Oh, God,
You hit square in your back, you're like,
land on your back, you're like, oh, fuck.
And that's what those is. All your air is gone.
It's all gone. You're like, oh, fuck. I'm going to die. Yeah.
So I did it. This is when I became friends with him too. And it was Eddie Wagner was the name of this guy that ended up, was our football coach. He lives down the road from me. Real good guy. Eddie Wagner comes running out because I'm laying on the ground. They could probably see my spirit floating
one hobbit toe
floating above me. I'm not even sure my shoes were still on.
The soul is leaving the husk. Yeah.
His underwear is laying to the left of him, knocked him the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
Eddie Wagner comes over and he's looking over me. He's like, I became friends. And he's looking down. And he's like, Ed, are you all right? Ed, are you okay? And all I go is was I tackled?
Did I run in? Did a car hit me?
I just say, what did you get the plate on that bus?
I thought I got tackled. He's like, no. And that dude was like walking away, picking his teeth.
It was a fucking girl in 7th grade that fucking tackled you.
Yeah, it was a softball.
Stacy.
He wakes up, he's like, yeah.
It was more like he's like,
right. Oh, God. And I know we've gone way over. Audience members, we've gone way over. Sorry about that. You've been listening to Late Night with Ed Money here on the website, which is edmoneylive.com, where it's real people have real conversations about life. Reach us on all the appropriate things. Again, go to the main site, edmoneylive.com. Go to the right-hand side. All the ways that you can listen to the show. You can listen to it in your car, watch the videos, etc., etc. We're going to be leaving you with Tsunami featuring Jade Alice, song Never Be. You're always listening to myself, Ed Money, right over. I'll even go, since CPAP checks and hair go all the way down at the end of the table, is Ringus, the Bionic Pepper Prepper.
Good evening, everybody.
And then he's now last because he's it, is Byron. It's right next to me. There it is. So thank you for all the things you do, audience members. Check out the songs. Check out the links. Thank you. Always remember that you are somebody, and don't be materialistic because it gets you nowhere. And after that, we are out of here.
All you ever were was my design. Never gonna be like that, not gonna be like that. thought you would be made for me, but I could never listen. Blinded when I refuse to see. I don't wanna lose, I don't wanna play either. I'll never be a lover. I know. And all you are is all I ever wanted. And I just wanted you to want me too. Never gonna be like that, not gonna be like that. Ooh, gonna be without that, I wanna be right for you. Never gonna be like that, not gonna be like that. Ooh, better to be like that, than my heart breaking.
You've been listening to Late Night with Ed Money, brought to you by 3 Bowls of Crunch Production. Late Night with Ed Money is a copyrighted show, and any unauthorized reproduction for sale is strictly prohibited without written and or verbal consent from Ed Money. Otherwise, we'll find out where you live and beat the shit out of you. Thank you for listening.